You know what most people were never taught about anger? That it's not dangerous. Anger is the emotion that says, something is wrong here and I deserve better. But what happens when a child is never allowed to feel it? That child doesn't stop feeling anger, they just stop showing it. And what happens next shapes everything. Here are 4 things that happen to a child who was never allowed to be angry. And once you understand them, everything changes. The first thing is they become terrified of conflict. Not just uncomfortable, physically afraid. Heart racing, mind going blank, hands shaking. Because as a child, expressing disagreement led to punishment or emotional withdrawal. So the nervous system learned a rule: conflict equals danger. Psychologists call this the fawn response. Instead of fighting back, the child learns to appease, to smile, to agree, to make themselves invisible. The second thing is they become compulsive people pleasers. They say yes when they mean no. They abandon their own needs to manage everyone else's comfort. This isn't generosity, it's survival programming. When anger was punished, the child learned that their needs were the problem. So they built an identity around making everyone else happy just to stay safe. The third thing, and this one surprises most people, is they lose access to their own identity. Anger tells you what you value, what you won't tolerate, where your boundaries are. When a child is never allowed to feel it, they grow up without that compass. They don't know what they want. They can't make decisions. Psychologists call this the hollow self, someone who functions on the outside but feels empty inside. Now think about this. We praise children who are quiet. We call them easy and well-behaved. But sometimes that quiet child isn't calm. They're frozen. They've learned that the safest version of themselves is the one that feels nothing at all. You didn't choose this. Your nervous system did. The fourth thing is their body starts carrying what their voice never could. Jaw tension, chronic headaches, a tight chest that never relaxes. Research in psychosomatic medicine shows that suppressed anger is strongly linked to chronic pain and digestive issues. That tension you carry isn't random. It's years of unfelt emotions stored in your body. So what do? You start by giving yourself permission to feel angry, not to act on it destructively, but to feel it without judging it. Because anger was never the enemy. The enemy was the environment that taught you your emotions weren't safe. You are not broken. You survived. If you've ever been told you're too sensitive for being angry, tell me your story in the comments. Subscribe if you want more like this. I'll be here.